guys, and welcome back to Sisterly Conversations, where we'll be picking a topic. Okay, so the question is time changing, daylight saving time. Shanita, let me ask you, how do you feel? How do you feel about daylight saving time? Because this is a debate that everybody has every year around the same time the clock goes back.
So, first of all, what it is that is it December or January
That one.
that the time goes back
November.
an hour?
November.
November.
Mhm.
So, like for example, let's say it's 8 o'clock in Barbados. Around November, like maybe middle or late November, the time goes 1 hour behind. So then if it's 8 o'clock in Barbados, then it will turn to 7 o'clock. And then in March, the clock goes back 1 hour ahead, which means it's back to the same time as Beijing time. So if it's 8 o'clock in Barbados, then the clock then in here would be 8 o'clock. Okay, now that we get that out the way.
Wait, but be specific in saying Canada, because there's certain parts of Canada that got different time.
Right. That's why they say here, meaning where we are in Toronto. Yeah,
right.
Because I guess in Ontario, because Ontario uses Eastern
Standard time.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. But some parts of Canada, as you know, Canada is the second largest country. So some parts of Canada, they actually have different time zones. So what I would say about daylight saving times, honestly, way before, it didn't really bother me. That's the truth. Like, I never really, like, people would come and say, oh my gosh, like, it could be depressing, like, and it goes back in terms of the weather too, because in the winter, it gets darker faster and all of that stuff. So we don't have as much daylight in the winter. But in the summer, we have a lot more daylight. So in the winter, the sun goes down by 4:35, 5:30, and in summer it can go down 8:30, 9, whatever. But as I was saying, it didn't really affect me before, but I feel like this year it affected me. I don't know if it was because I was up, but it really messed with my head this year because like in November last year, I was on my phone strolling. This is strolling. Scrolling.
Or trolling the internet.
Trolling won't be the word.
Alright.
Anyhow, I was going through my phone. And then all of a sudden, I think it was like I think it was 12 o'clock, I think, or 12:30 something. Anyhow, and then all of a sudden, no, I think it was 1 o'clock, going 2 o'clock.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I think it went back to 1 o'clock. So it was like 1 o'clock twice. Yeah, that's how it was. So I look at the clock, and I was like, wait a minute. It was just like near 1 o'clock or whatever, and it was about to go to 2 o'clock, I think. I think I'm getting it right here. And then when I look back, I see it's 1 o'clock or something again. So I was like, wait a minute. But then I had a big smile on my face. I said, whoa, I got an extra hour. So I didn't even got to rush or sleep, no, because I got an extra hour, right? So that one wasn't too bad because then now it's like you have 1 hour to play with, like 1 hour know that, But, I mean, technically when you go to sleep, you wake up, you see that it's time to go to work, and then you come back home, and it kind of still flows.
Right.
It still flows. It's not like you got extra hour to like nothing to do with or whatever. It just flows like normal. But then I think in March, that's the one that really, really messed with me in March because again, I was up late. I think it was 1 o'clock or something again. And then when I look at the clock, I see 3 o'clock. It was supposed to go to 2 and I see 3. And I was like, what? Like, I said, nah, man. And then for the few days after that, for the first time, because it never really bothered me before, but for the few days after, I found that it was drained. Like, I just started to feel like I was tired. So, I don't know if, I don't know what happened there, but that one just really messed with me this year. I don't know. But yeah, what do you have to say?
For me, as a night nurse, the going back, I
That's good.
hate, but the going forward, I
Oh.
love.
Cause you like that the
Because
time they low.
the time will go a little harder. So
Mhm.
instead of, okay, so in the beginning, before when the time goes by, it's like cheese on bread. I got another hour in the workplace, right?
Mhm.
But then when it went back in March, it's like, yes, I only have 4 more hours left and not 5. So it can affect you, as my sister would have said. But this is a controversy that happens every single year. The researchers come and say, oh, I think that we should stop with the daylight saving time.
Mhm.
And then, as soon as you see November, daylight saving time is back in session.
Mhm.
And everybody's happy again. So,
I don't know if it's that everybody's happy. I think, like you said, it's a controversy. I think some people don't care, and I think some people it really affects some people because some
yeah,
people deal with things differently,
yeah.
and even having more darkness in the
Right.
winter. Sometimes in the winter, I find some people might be more dreary,
Right.
more depressed,
More depressed.
because of the darkness. People deal with things differently. So the fact that it gets darker faster, people might not know how to deal with that. You know, again, you're shut up too because it's winter. It's not ready to go. Imagine people that live by themselves. You know what I mean? Or people that don't have a lot of family, a lot of friends,
People
whatever.
that don't have a work.
Right. So it can get depressing and stuff. But then in the summer now, you have time now to like go out, walk. You know, there's more daylight, so you have time to do things later, etc., etc. So,
What that condition she was talking about is seasonal affective disorder.
mm,
SAD, right? Around this time of the year too. Well, not around this time, as in March, but I mean in terms of like December and January. That's when a lot of people are affected by the season, you know. But for me personally, it doesn't affect me that way. I hear my mom say all the time, oh, you get extra hour, blah, 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 blah. It only affects you when you're working, when you get that extra hour, you know? But that's just the first night. Then now, when it goes in now between November to March, it's like a normal day. The time is still run the same quick way. The only difference is now it running quicker in Barbados, basically,
yeah,
or the other countries where your family is, or whatever.
yeah.
So I mean, it's neither here nor there for me, to be honest with you.
But I mean, you know. So I mean, we've gotten used to it. It's not nothing that, like you said, it never really used to affect me. I feel like it affected me more this year. But time in general, guys, I feel like time is just running super
So
fast.
yeah.
In general, like, the time is just going by so fast. So,
Like I can't believe like right now it was just January 1st. We would say Happy New Year. No, it's April 1st tomorrow. So I mean, you know, it is what you could do.
but it don't like. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You get used to it. You go with it. You go with the flow. I don't really find a difference in terms of work because yeah, even though it seems that you have an extra hour or whatever, it doesn't really feel that way to me. Like, you know, the routine goes the same old or whatever. Like, so it's not like, you know, oh, I have an extra hour, oh, I have an hour less or whatever, you know. So basically that's it. So thank you again for watching this short video again.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
And also and also, let us know in the comment section if you are affected by daylight saving time. If you live here as well, how has it affected you? And you know,
Not only here, but like in England, France, you know, Europe, USA. Please let us know how it affects you.
all right, bye. See
Bye,
you.
guys.